What's up everybody, Machado here. Today I'm here with BJJ Girl, also known as, What's up everybody, Machado here, also known as Live the Mock Life. And I'm here with Emma Valdez, also known as BJJ Girl, okay? We're here with the Jiu-Jitsu World League, and we're gonna be playing a fun game here today. We're gonna be playing Question. All right, so we're just gonna find out a little more of what it's like. You know, she has a very successful Facebook page where she's been sharing great content about jiu-jitsu and women in jiu-jitsu, girls and gis, I mean, however you wanna call it. All right, so you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so how did you get to be BJJ Girl? How did you start? How did this come about?
Well, I started in 2010 and I got injured 2 weeks in. Torn ligaments in my ankle, so I was out. So basically the first 2 years of my jiu-jitsu journey I spent on and off the mat. Okay. Finally came back, I found my jiu-jitsu home, and I was the only girl on the mat.
Okay.
And I had a lot of thoughts, and I couldn't put it on Facebook because they were kind of not complaints, but just things I was going through at the time as the only female student. And my friend said, you know, you should start a blog. And so I said, well, you know, that'd be cool, but he's like, you should be anonymous so nobody knows who you are. And I was like, yeah, I guess. And then I got the website, and we had Clark Gracie that was he's a regular, he comes to the school and instructs. So awesome. I thought, you know, what if I do an interview? And that's kind of what changed everything. I ended up getting a logo, adding that to the website, and I did the interview, and I just started sharing pictures and, you know, content from my page with my teammates, and it just kind of blew up from there.
That's awesome. Okay.
So when did you start training?
Okay, I started training when I was about 4 years old. I grew up just really on the mat is the best way I can put it. Just grow up on the mat. It was really something I never think like, okay, that's when I started training. There was times when I decided, okay, I'm gonna train more, but there's no real time like, oh, that's when I started, because it was something I always remember the mat. So, but I would say 4 years old is really when I started having memories. Before that, I'm just in the crib, you know, doing like hip scapes and, you know, triangle chokes. So, yeah. Okay, so when you started, what was the first thing that really put yourself on the map in terms of it's a Facebook page, and you have a website.
Yes.
So what was the first thing you did that kind of like, oh, people started like, you know, they saw you? What was the first thing you did?
The first thing I did, that's a good question.
Like you said interview? You did an interview?
Well, I first started with my Clark Gracie interview, and I had like maybe not even 100 followers at that time. So I'm trying to think back to anything that kind of made it like blow up. It started blowing up last year, around August, but I think it was just kind of me consistently putting out content and putting more of myself out there, I guess. Yeah. Competing, so I was always taking pictures and my teammates, and it just, I don't know what it was, it just kind of started blowing up. So you have a YouTube channel, right?
I do have a YouTube channel.
What made you start that?
My story in jiu-jitsu began when I was really young. Okay, 4 years old, 4 years old. Okay, but my story on YouTube started when I was about 15, I would say 15, 14. Okay, around that time, YouTube started having these people that have already been on there for maybe a couple years, and they started becoming the first people with 1 million subscribers. This was like unknown at the time. So, you know, with my friends, we started watching these people's videos, and we just I personally love the skits and the funny kind of comedic comedy that they have. So people like Smosh, that is like a big name these days. I think now they have like 15 million or more or something these days. But I started watching them, and from that, I really started trying to get somehow into YouTube, like either by just trying to make videos. So I actually started trying to make gaming videos, like me playing a game. I didn't know what I was doing back then. I had no idea. But also at the time, my father had his own YouTube channel, so he would ask me, hey, can you edit this video? And that's when I got into the editing side of it. And from there, it just kicked off, and I started going. And at the beginning of 2012 is when I made my first video, and I made the channel called Live the Mach Life. How has it changed? Are you still the only girl on the mat?
No, actually, we have well over 12 women on the mat. Now I suggested to my teacher that we should start doing like a women's only class on Saturdays. Awesome. And it was only like myself and 2 other female students, and now, you know, sometimes there'll be like 14 women attending.
Awesome. Okay.
So it's definitely grown. I'm not the only girl on the mat.
Not the only BJJ girl.
No, and sometimes we actually outnumber the men in the class, which is really fun.
That's trouble.
Yeah.
Would you say that the way your Facebook and stuff kind of push people to train more? I mean, have you gotten any messages like that? I
have gotten a lot of messages from women that, and even like dads that say that, you know, that my page motivates and encourages. So sometimes, you know, I'll have my off days and I'm like, man, it's a lot of work trying to keep up the page. But those messages from people that say that motivate them.
Yeah.
That's what keeps it going. But yeah, definitely a lot of people that say that my page has helped out at their academy or
That's awesome.
just even themselves. So have you ever really felt pressure growing up with your last name?
Pressure with my last name. I guess there's always some familial pressure, you know, in any family that you're at. You know, your parents always want you to do your best, you know. I guess in the world of jiu-jitsu for a while, you know, I kind of, luckily growing up, there was no pressure. I mean, it was really, they wanted me to learn, my father wanted me to learn, you know, practice it. But I mean, when I wanted to, for many years I played soccer. When I was about 12, about middle school, when I got into middle school, I actually took a break from jiu-jitsu for about a year or so. That was the time probably where I at least trained. I would go like once a week, or maybe once every 2 weeks. I mean, it was like that, you know, with school. But as I got older, I started learning and seeing like how really big their name is and everything. And I guess when I was like blue belt, I guess I did feel a little bit of pressure, you know, especially when it came to competition, because everyone's like, hey man, you're gonna go in there and do this, and it's like, you know, I have to learn from the start. There's no magic belt that gives you all the powers, you know what I mean? What's something you can tell us that nobody knows?
That nobody knows?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm actually scared of the dark.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's something that really nobody knows.
Oh, there you go. Damn.
Yeah.
That's a good one. So like mount position when the guy's really high up, so like, it's a no-no.
No, I get claustrophobic on the mat sometimes, and I'll freak out, and I'll just tell myself, okay, just breathe, you're fine. But sometimes I'll tap.
That's more normal than you think, though. Believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, I know a lot of people. They panic at first, but then they get used to it.
Yeah, it happened a lot at the beginning. Not so much anymore.
Okay. So Emma, can you show us your favorite technique? Can you show your favorite submission? Can you show?
Okay. Well, actually, I got this one from Margo Subchecha at a seminar, and actually on my page you can see me doing it to him. It's my cover photo.
It's your cover photo. It's like on top, right?
It's a cover photo.
Part?
So it's like cool. A reverse triangle.
Okay, go ahead. Put me in a reverse triangle. All right, so.
So it's, you have to go the other way. You should probably turn this way for the camera.
Yeah, that's what, I don't know where you're gonna go with. Oh, this is not good. Not a good spot.
This is my favorite.
Maybe we should sign off from this. No, keep it on. All right, so BJJ girl got me in a good hold here. Hope you guys enjoyed that interview. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're watching on Facebook. Like the page. Okay, so where can people find you?
On Facebook, BJJ Girl, Twitter, BJJ Girl Emma, Instagram, BJJ Girl Emma, and my website, www.bjjgirl.net.
Okay, so BJJ Girl all over Google. Okay, you can find me at Live the Mach Life. Make sure to subscribe. This is Jiu-Jitsu World League signing off. Okay. This time. All right.